Hey, oh damn, I forgot to turn the light on. Hold please. There we go. Okay. I have my blind closed, so now I have to use the light because I can't see without it. The way my office is situated and the sun rising and setting, oh, the lighting in this room is so bad. How's everybody doing? Long time no see. Brittany Marie. Yes, Brittany Marie. This is the one that was scheduled for, what time is it now? 12:30. I think it was for 11:30. But I did the first one based on the, earth-shattering breaking news that happened yesterday with all the, the tragedy pimps, Pimp Down, America's Next Top Mod, the whole shit show. I came in and just did a little a little rundown. I did a little bit of pre-dragging. So I was getting my drag on, getting ready for Prayer Garden of America. On that happy note, I'm clearing out the bad juju from the last live. Yeah, those gross pimps. And we're going to talk about a new one. Oh, God, and she's a real viper. So hold on. We might need another bang of the Tibetan song bowl. Okay, get your namaste on. Ready? You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear this sound. Okay. All right. I'm glad we got that out of the way. I'm going to read the copyright disclaimer very quickly, and then I'm going to give you a brief rundown on my storied history with Prayer Garden of America. No, not really, but I'm just going to tell you how she came across my radar back in the day. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Well, I would say that, let's see. Comment, yes. News reporting, yes. Teaching, yeah. Teaching, I guess. I'm teaching you how to spot tragedy pimps and vipers and, all those such people, creatures. Okay. Running Bear. Yes, second live today. Clancy. Fallout 4. Oh, you know what? Hey, Kathy Pease. Half Pint, how are you? I haven't seen you in an age. I hope you're well. So, Flo, Mama. Yes, it is a great intro, isn't it? Crazy Nurse. Menace to Sobriety made that for me. Well, you've got the glare on the big screen. What am I on? Oh, yes, Running Bear. Here we go. Start your engines. Mike Stevens, how are you? Okay. Let me give y'all just a brief little history of myself and Running Bear. I'm so grateful to all who exposed these POS. I'm gullible and fall for some of them. You know what, Running Bear? What I would say is some of them are far more skilled than others. And I have no doubt that they prey on certain people. And water seeks its own level, and a lot of these dirtbag people, they collab. It's funny because when I hear some idiot like Betty, who, Betty's like the ride or die for JLR. Oh, Dirtbag Dolly. Yeah. I promise you, none of these people have ever known or had a real, true friendship in their life. Okay. Because they're miserable, rotten, hateful, shitty people. And nobody wants to be friends with someone like that. So all these people do, it's kind of why YouTube's perfect for them, because they're all like parasites and they have a symbiotic, parasitic relationship. They glom onto each other when something this one needs would also benefit this one. And then they pretend that they're friends. Oh, okay, Clancy. Oh, the Cold War. Yes, I do remember when Ronald Reagan was president. And you know what? I actually have a piece of the Berlin Wall. I'm not sure where it is at the moment, but I do. Tear that wall down. It was Gorbachev, right? Wasn't he the president of Russia at the time? Listen, I remember there was something else from that period of time when you said Cold War that it made me think of. Hey, Fairy Dust, how you doing? All right, so here we go. Here's a brief. I'm going to give you a little brief rundown for those of you like Clancy who, very fortunate for yourself. You haven't had the pleasure of meeting Prayer Garden of America. Well, that would, in my estimation, that is probably because if I had to guess, she sleeps in a coffin during the day and only comes out to terrorize YouTube at night. And oh boy, it's you're going to get a little glimpse of her subs. And well, I'm just going to leave it there. You can figure it out. So back when it's been, probably a year now, when I was on YouTube as Crimes and Fashion, my first go around on this merry-go-round before I blew that channel up and then came back. And whether or not that was a mistake remains to be seen. Oh, Night Owl, thank you. Are you talking about the butterflies behind me, that pink? That is wallpaper. I've seen several people comment about my green screen. That is not a green screen. That is my wallpaper. This is my office. But I think you're talking about the pictures, right? What's hard to see because of the lighting, but on the very top over there, that is the Supreme and Louis Vuitton collab. And it's got the Louis Vuitton logo and all the awesome colors. And then over there, those are a Chanel surfboard and a lifeguard, a Chanel lifeguard stand. But I thank you very much. So when I was brand new on YouTube, when I tell you I might have had, oh God, maybe 100 subs. I had been on, I don't know, not even, I'm totally guessing. I'm going to say quite possibly a month or two. I knew absolutely nothing about YouTube. Hell, I still probably know absolutely nothing about YouTube. But, it's like anything else that any other reasonably intelligent person, when you are new to something, it takes time to learn. And this YouTube has a very steep learning curve. I watched for several years before I ever even thought about starting a channel. And interestingly enough, this chair I'm sitting in, listen, I'm the biggest klutz. If I go over sideways and break a bone, someone please summon the authorities. The chair, I ordered the chair before I had the channel. And the reason I did that was because I thought, oh, you know what? I can tell you exactly when it was. It was almost, no, never mind. I ordered it when there was I think it was the playoffs. Some football game was on. I thought it was the Super Bowl, but it was not. But I ordered the chair because I thought, okay, well, I had been toying with the idea, but, not sure. Do I want to? And I thought, well, if I order that chair, because I already had in my mind what I wanted it to look like and how I wanted to do it. So when I decided if I ordered the chair, not that it was, super expensive, it was not, but I thought if I order the chair, it'll force me to do it, because what else am I going to do with this chair in my house? So, oh, running bear, I can't even listen. I'm the world's biggest klutz and slob. Not slob like in my home, but like when I have been known to have to put on at least 2 pairs of pajamas in one night because I'll be eating cereal or whatever it is and I spill shit all over myself. I'm the worst. So anyway, I was very new, very green. I really knew nothing about nothing. I truly thought, very mistakenly, that I was going to have a true crime channel and I was going to talk about true crime. I've been following true crime since I was, I know it was middle school. So we're going to say between 11 and 12 somewhere when I started following true crime. Back then, because I'm old, back then we had no internet. We did not have ID channel. The best you could hope for was occasionally like 60 Minutes or one of the big mainstream media shows would do a story about, it would have to be somebody huge, like maybe the Green River Killer, etc. So we would read books. And the first thing you would do is open the book and immediately go to the middle of the book where there would be pictures. Hey, Liza, Tuesday child, how you doing? Fairy Dust. Yes, I said hi to Fairy Dust, didn't I? Zen 11, how are you? If I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. Crazy Nurse, holy shit, ballet for 22 years. Are your feet destroyed? Did you wear point shoes? So yeah, that was the best you could hope for. I have a family member who I'm sure most of you are familiar with Joe Scott Morgan. My family member did the exact same thing as Joe Scott Morgan. He was a legal medical death investigator for what I would imagine is one of the larger counties in this country. I'm not going to say where because it would dox me. I've always picked his brain. So this is something I've always been into. So I thought, knowing nothing, that, okay, I'm just going to go on YouTube and I'm going to start a channel and I'm going to talk about true crime. And of course, I was closely following Summer Wells like everyone else. And so that's what I did. And I rather quickly found out that I only did videos for the longest time, uploads. And one day when I was, maybe 2 months, I come across Prayer Garden of America. Now, don't ask me why it had never come up in my feed before, but I assure you it had not. All the time that I was just watching, hey, B. Tim, how you doing? All the time that I was just watching, I had never had her come across my radar. Yeah, thanks for that. And then all of a sudden one day she comes across. And now the reason I even clicked on the video was because, you know, anybody who's ever followed Summer Wells, well, back when the case was fairly new, if you followed Summer Wells, you heard Prayer Garden of America's name at some point. So I click on the video and I watch it, and I am literally like this. Who is this fucking illiterate viper? That's honestly, that was I could not believe the shit that was coming out of this woman's mouth. And then the next thing I did was I Googled, what the hell is a prayer garden? It's not her. So I decided, you know what? I was so disturbed and grossed out by what I saw that I decided to do what I didn't even know the name of what it was at the time, but I was basically doing a reaction video. So that's what I did. And it was, put it this way, it was tame, okay, on my end, compared to what I'm capable of. It was tame, but I got the point across. And when I tell you that I went from getting maybe 20 people watching a video to hundreds watching, well, the light bulb went off and I said, oh my goodness, I guess I'm onto something here. Hence why you will hear me joke about the proverbial fruit basket, because I then started watching her more than I wanted to. I think I used to say back in the day that my Prayer Garden of America threshold was like 18 minutes and 30 seconds before I wanted to just throw a brick through the TV. Hey, T-Pack, how are you? So, you know, being the relatively smart woman that I am, I thought, well, I'm on to something here. And I guess, who am I to deny the people what they want? So I would do reaction videos, but they were videos. I did not do anything live because I'd never gone live at the time. Well, Prayer Garden of America got wind of me. It didn't take long. I was a few videos in when I was in my car on the way home from visiting my aunt. And what was hilarious about it was my aunt would watch me on YouTube. And I said to her something about, I showed her some little clip of Prayer Garden, and she said, well, I can tell you one thing for sure. And this is, my aunt lives in a 55 and over like community. She said, I can tell you one thing for sure. And I don't have to see her to know this. She doesn't have teeth. She's absolutely wearing dentures, and that's why she sounds like that. She said, and the other thing I'm going to tell you, which you probably already know, oh, she's not going to be happy when she finds out about you. I said, yeah, I know. I kind of got that feeling. So ironically enough, when I left my aunt's house that morning, I got in the car and I had, you know, about an hour's drive home. And I remember I put Prayer Garden on, and she was live, and she was going at it with Benny Keys. And I can still remember, y'all, listen, I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago, but I can remember shit in intricate detail 20 years ago. I remember the fight she was having with Benny Keys. She said something, and because she must not have had her teeth in, Benny said to her, oh, so you want to get all ethnic? It was hilarious. So I decided, I think I need to like go backwards and hear the beginning of this. And sure enough, in the beginning of that video, or that live, she said something like, and crimes and fashion, she's just a fucking bitch. I was like, well, Prayer Garden has now met Crimes and Fashion. And that is where I heard the first of many YouTube, let's just say part of the YouTube vernacular, being the back chat. And she would accuse me of being in her back chat. I didn't even know what the hell the back chat was. I was lucky I knew what the damn front chat was. Never mind the back chat, the side chat. Blah, blah, blah. I will also put my hand on, not a Bible, but consider it one. Hand to God, I have never been in Prayer Garden's back chat, front chat, side chat, blah, blah, blah. No. Do I seem to be the type of person that would be even mildly, I want to choose my word. Well, we'll just say, do I seem like Prayer Garden is my jam? We're not on the same level. I've told some of these idiots before, yeah, you're not in my league. Come talk to me when you are. And in Prayer Garden's case, it's like, come talk to me when you've mastered the King's English. So as these videos were gaining traction and I was, gaining subs, and after the first one, I had so many people leave me comments and say, oh my God, I've been waiting for someone to say everything you just said to this nasty bitch. So that's kind of the history of Crimes of Fashion, Prayer Garden. We have never spoken. We have never communicated in any way. I have never been in her chat. I have watched her live. I have never been in her chat. Why would I? So I think that's the highlights. Oh, there was a couple things that Prayer Garden used to say about me. And what she didn't understand, and I'll tell her again, just like I told her then, you can say any stupid ass, juvenile, ridiculous thing you want about me or to me. Your insults are meaningless unless the arrow hits the mark. And I promise you, you will never hit that mark. And even though she doesn't show her face, I pretty much have a picture in my mind of exactly what she looks like. And I picture her being, she's one of two absolutes. She's either morbidly obese or she's as big around as this pen, okay? I don't picture anything in the middle. One time she said to me something about, she said that I, just because you keep your fucking teeth in a glass on your nightstand doesn't mean I do. Yeah. She told me that I had, one day she said, just because you have to put on a short skirt to entice some old motherfuckers doesn't mean I have to. Please don't. Bitch, use what you got, baby. And all you have is a forked tongue. So I don't know what to tell you. And then she told me, she said I lived in a nursing home. And and when I had to put on my short skirts to entice the old motherfucker, that's what it was. I don't have to put on a short skirt to entice some old motherfuckers in a nursing home. And in my short skirt with my, wait for it, naughty ass legs. I still don't have clarification on that one. I think she's probably means varicose veins. I promise you I do not have varicose veins. And even if I did, so what? But I don't. So when she said those things about me, here's what I would love to do to her that she could never in 1,000,000 years even like I said, she ain't in my league. And in 1,000,000 years, she could not contemplate doing the response that I gave her. So when she said all that shit about me living in a nursing home, I came into my office to make a video, and I had 2 Louis Vuitton suitcases sitting in my chair. And I did the show, and I said, prayer garden. I never told you about the fruit basket. Okay, so I would tell her that for all the good she had done for me, I'm sending her fruit baskets from Edible Arrangements, because that's what polite people do. She wouldn't know anything about that. But so when she said all that shit, I put the suitcases behind me. I walked in, I got in this chair, and I told her, I said, prayer garden. Oh my God, my husband is so thrilled. He's been looking for me all this time. And you told him I was in the nursing home. He is so damn happy that he found me. Those suitcases right there, we are going on a trip to celebrate. Right after we play bingo at the old folks' home. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. She can't do any of that. Like, she doesn't have it going on up here to be able to do anything like that. She can't laugh at herself. She's a hot mess. Okay. She is just, and I'm telling you, in my opinion, she is an illiterate viper, and she is a tragedy pimp at the top of the pyramid. Okay. Make no mistake about that. The difference between her and the rest of these idiots is Prayer Garden only exploits and has one client, and that is Summer Wells. That nasty, vile bitch has been making money off of Summer Wells for, I don't know what, since maybe 15 minutes after she was reported missing. She sits up there every night with the same dumbasses talking about, oh, it's all about summer. I'm here for Summer Moon, Utah Whales. Bitch, why don't you show us where you've ever donated something in the name of Summer Wells, on behalf of Summer Wells? How about, I don't know, did you give money to maybe the Churchill Rescue? Did you, have you ever given money to Isaiah's house in the name of Summer Wells? I could go on. I don't need to. And she sits and she talks about that baby. And if she needs to, line the pockets and fill the coffers a little more in between fucking tragedies, well, don't worry. We're going to look at one of her. This is what I picture her doing all day. She doesn't fucking work. Of course not. That's out of the question. Tragedy pimps do not work. They exploit babies and their families and missing and or dead people, and they call that a job. No, that's not a job. That just makes you a shitty, nasty, hateful person. That's not a job the last time I checked. Because if it was, you assholes wouldn't need to have EBT cards. So, yeah, that's what she does. She comes out of her coffin at night. She makes money. She pays her bills, I would imagine, on the back of Summer Wells. And Dawn and Candace, listen, I don't know you. I've never spoken to you on a panel. I've never had any communication with them in any way whatsoever. Regardless of what my stance is on you two, you and Candace, and whatever I may or may not think of your culpability in your daughter's disappearance, please stop talking to this nasty, hateful, disgusting bitch. She has the foulest mouth and says the most hateful, vile things while your baby's picture is on the screen. And you go on her channel. Let me tell you something, since y'all can't seem to figure this out. She is not your friend. She's nobody's friend. And trust me, if you're looking for people who have some intellect that could possibly help, with your daughter's case, she is not it. You have already been in touch with those people. Those are the people. If you cannot keep yourself off of YouTube, which would be my recommendation, but since y'all seemingly cannot do that, I would implore you, go to a real channel and creator that cares about your daughter's case. Prayer Garden of America does not give a shit about your daughter. She uses your daughter to make money to buy her cigarettes and fucking magic brownies, whatever the hell she does. And in her spare time, she makes creepy ass memes. That's her job. YouTube tragedy pimp vampire who makes memes in her spare time and wants you to believe, despite the fact that she is very clearly, at the very least, old enough to collect Social Security, she wants you to believe that she has little ones. That bitch does not have little ones. If she's got little ones running around, rest assured, they're her grandchildren, maybe great-grandchildren. I don't know. But last time I checked, modern science has not found a way to reverse menopause. And if they had, she couldn't afford it. So I promise you. Damn it. Hold on, please. Oh, y'all, I'm going to have to hit the Tibetan song bowl. Well, Queen Bee makes another tragedy pimp twerk. I think I'm going to, this Tibetan song bowl, I'm apologizing ahead of time because you're going to be doing a lot of work today. Because we're going to have to take some deep cleansing breaths in between. Hi, Saucy. Oh, yeah, she's disgusting. She is absolutely foul, disgusting. That bitch could not find her ass with both hands, a map, and GPS. But she wants you to think that she's gonna do something to help Summer Wells. Please. All right, so let's meet Prayer Garden of America, shall we? Or, you know, for those of you already familiar, well, you know. And for those of you who haven't met her, I apologize in advance. All right. Holy water, you are right about that, crazy nurse. We need a damn vat. Okay, so the first one that we're going to listen to is from, I believe, Friday or Saturday night. Now, this is about somebody named Daisy and Jenkies. And then Don makes an appearance. Don, for the love of God, stop. Just stop. I don't know why you allow this. Do you get this, right? You understand that every time you go on that foul-mouthed bitches panel, she makes more money. Does she give you some of it? Because she should. And if God forbid, I had a missing child, it would make me physically sick to think that that disgusting, wretched, geriatric, illiterate viper was probably making a minimum wage living at least off the back of my child and exploiting my child and my family. Why are you giving her that? Stop. I know your wife hates the bitch's guts. I don't dance with Candace on most things, okay? I don't. But I'm like the normal part of YouTube. I do not get involved in your personal life. I have not made money off of your child. I don't know why y'all keep going to the people. You pick the worst people. And like I said, I know that you have been in communication with the best people. Don, you're not stupid. Stop lining Prayer Garden's pockets. Stop allowing your baby to buy that bitch's cigarettes. So this clip is titled Daisy and Jankies. I got news for you. I think Daisy is the farm lady. Jankies, I have no clue who that is. The little bit I listened to, I believe that is probably her sister. Aren't they related somehow? And I guess, shockingly, not at all, they're also tragedy pimps. And, you know, Prayer Garden doesn't want any new pimps getting her corner. So, shockingly, they fight. And Prayer Garden hates them. What? Prayer Garden fucking hates everybody unless they're giving her money. So, take it for what it's worth. Okay, so here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play it until the point I can't stand it anymore. And then I'm going to pause it. I'm going to read that nasty bitch for filth. And then we're going to rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Hi, True Crime Dime. Well, I would tend to agree with that. Okay.
Come trying to find me and cause any type of harm to me or my family.
Okay, what she's doing is speaking to both of these ladies, I believe. I would say that it is a straw man argument. Once you listen to it for a minute, the history behind what happened before this, she wants people to believe that they have, you know, threatened her and her family. Some bullshit. Something that I'm sure absolutely never happened.
Family, bitch, you don't even know. I will protect myself. I absolutely. Me and you will have problems at that point, Jinkies. We will have problems. That ain't a threat, bitch. That is a promise.
Wow. That, trust me when I tell you, it sets the tone for what's to come. Okay? And is the volume okay? Can you guys hear it? I'm going to turn it up just a little bit too. You guys, if the volume is not good, just tell me.
I'm going to tell you that right now. You can sit back on your sofa with your hog jaws and you can chew up.
What is that? You can sit back in your sofa with your, I think she said hog jaws. What the fuck is hog jaws? Hog jowls. Oh, jowls. That's what she meant. Yeah. For those of you that are not familiar, PG has her own version of the King's English. It takes a little while to figure out what she's saying. And there are certain words that no matter how many times she gets drugged for filth, she cannot say. Idea is one of them. I will say it does sound like PG has her teeth in though. So at least it's going to be a little easier in that respect.
Up your fucking bananas. Try to swallow that bitch whole to turn some.
Did you fucking hear what she just said? Sit on your couch with your hog jowls and suck on that banana. Try and swallow the bitch whole. Wow. I mean, I remember when I went to church and then to Sunday school. Yeah, they always spoke like that in church. That's all godly religious women speak like that. Hell, I can tell you this right now. There is exactly no one in my life, I'm thinking probably ever, that is of this caliber of person. She belongs in a truck stop. To me, I picture her as being what they call a lot lizard.
Fucking dick on. Because that's the type of nasty you fucking are, right? That's the type of nasty you are.
That nasty cackle in the background, that's one of her adoring subs.
But I'm going to let you know right now, you fucking gutter trash piece of shit. I will fucking do whatever necessary to protect my family. You better trust and believe that.
Trust and believe.
You can trust and believe that.
Trust and believe that. Oh, and another thing that Prayer Garden does that you will notice, much like other people of her ilk, there's a lot of repeating of the same thing even within the same sentence. And I have always heard and been of the opinion that people who do a lot of that, they're trying to buy time up here until the next disgusting thing that they're going to say comes out of their mouth. And just remember, this is all for Summer Wells. Everything PG does, it's all for summer. Yeah.
You better watch your ass.
Mm-hmm. Watch your ass.
You haven't fucking met the devil, bitch.
Oh no, we might have.
You haven't met the devil. You better stay clear of my path.
Ooh. Prayer Garden, I know that you're, basically illiterate and know nothing about being a human. But I think I would be remiss if I didn't let you know that what you just did there, you straight up threatened that woman for all of YouTube. Not a very smart move. And if I was you, oh my goodness, I think I would be praying that she doesn't slip on the peel of the banana you told her to deep throat, because they'd be at your door because you're an idiot. And it is very surprising to me that you're even still in the free world with the rest of us, because people who act like you, well, we have prisons full of people like you. So that's just my public service announcement for and interestingly enough, the next video we're going to listen to, well, I think that was the next day. And it seems that Prayer Garden has, maybe she had an extra dose of her magic brownies, because she's calmed down a lot, and she's going to walk back a little bit of what she is spitting out here. I was going to say her better judgment got the better, but she doesn't have better judgment, so never mind. But somebody probably told her, listen, that was a real dumb AF thing you did, and you better get on there and walk it back.
You take that big old fat fucking ass of yours and go somewhere else with it. That's what you better do. You better go put your mind on anything but me.
Oh, unblock Jinky so she can come up there.
That's the idiot that's sitting on the panel with her. Oh, wait till you get a load of her. Just
who I am is none of Jinky's fucking business.
Oh, what I forgot to tell anyone that's not familiar with her, Prayer Garden has never, ever, ever shown her face. Oh, and did I leave the part out where the word is and always has been on the streets that Prayer Garden, well, you know, she wanted Don Juan Wells, she wanted him to come be her man, and she was gonna help him. So Candace hates Prayer Garden, which I get. Well, everybody hates Prayer Garden, except, you know, except the mouth breathers that are like her, in which case they probably worship at the altar of Prayer Garden. I don't know. I mean, I'd say she's more in line with Satan than. So there was something else I was going to tell you about her that I didn't mention besides the fact. Oh, but of course you have to show your face to get on her panel, and, you know, at least for her to let you up in the background. So yeah, it's real easy to sit in judgment of what people look like when you're too much of a pussy to show your own face. So that's what she's now going to get into, that about, you know, what a bad bitch she is. You better hope you never meet me. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, trust me, I do.
Business. It's none of Daisy's business, right?
Mhm.
Who I am is no one's business. This ain't about PG. This is about Summer Moon Utah Wells, a 5-year-old missing little girl
Not 5 anymore, idiot.
that the parents have been doing
I don't know
nothing
how
but
old she is.
lying about.
PG.
Nothing but lying
if
from
we
day
ever
fucking
see
one.
No, you stupid bitch. She knows nothing more than I know and you know. Unless, you know, Dawn has whispered sweet nothings in her ear. I doubt Dawn is that hard up.
Right? Day
They want
one.
you to unblock Jinky so that she can come up here.
Yeah, this dolt talking thinks Junk is in the chat. I'm
Jinky
Oh,
said
yeah.
what? Because
I
she wouldn't
highly
be able
doubt
to
the woman
comment
in
if
the
she
chat.
was blocked.
Oh,
Hold on, we're gonna have a Mensa board meeting to figure out if we should unblock.
I'm not going to block. I'm not going to block Nasty Jinkies.
No,
I'm not going to block her.
No, they
No.
want her unblocked
she's
so that
worse
she
than
can come up
Betty.
on panel.
She don't have, even if she is blocked, they're able to come up.
Oh, really? Then what the fuck is the block feature?
They're able to come up even if they're blocked.
I'm not a YouTube expert tragedy pimp like she is, but does it not stand a reason that if you block someone on your channel, are they still able to show up in your studio? I mean, maybe they are. I don't know. I don't block people.
It don't keep them from trying to come up and chat. Trust me, I know.
Then what is it for? Somebody tell me, help me out here. What is the block feature for? Because I have now heard Prayer Garden say it doesn't stop them from coming up in chat, and it doesn't stop them from coming on panel. So what the hell is it for? That's just what I need to know. Can anybody help me out here? What is the block feature for? Oh, TPAC. Well, you've never heard Mensa mentioned with these dumbasses, because if we took every single tragedy pimp and combined their IQs and then average, oh, hell, we're not even going to average it. We're just going to add them and make one. They couldn't make one Mensa. So what is the block? What's the block feature for? That's what I need to know. Because it's not for keeping people from being able to chat. And it's not for keeping people from being able to appear on panel. So what the hell is it for? God, she is such an idiot. PG is The Hills Have Eyes, Tragedy Pimp Edition. That's her. I picture her having like some kind of trashy compound with a bunch of like broken down, beat up looking RVs. Oh, it's just like, ugh. The Hills Have Eyes. Running Bear, I T-Pack. Don't you have to get invited? I truly wish, and I'm not a fan of Don and Candace, okay? I don't believe most of what they say, but that doesn't mean that I want to see them. I wish they would just stay off of YouTube. YouTube is not, there is nothing good that's going to come from them being on YouTube. It's just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. But there are good creators on here, serious channels who care about their daughter and her case, who will help them. But this nasty bitch is not one of them. And at some point, they need to help themselves. Oh, hell yes. 1, 2, 3, Rebecca, there is absolutely a broken bus somewhere. Yeah, PG is like a radioactive hillbilly. The hills have eyes.
You know, she wants to, she wants to say that I have something to do with, with her old man. She's trying to put that.
Oh yeah, that solidly puts you in white trash category in my book. I don't refer to anybody's. I have never, ever, 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 ever once in my life referred to any husband, boyfriend, family member as my old man.
No. Narrative, but she's playing the Wells now, right? She's playing the Wells.
Translation.
Now she's, putting out the narrative that's,
I won't have
that PG
on the back of summer.
Wants her man, right? Supposedly.
It's supposedly, it's not supposedly.
I supposed to.
PG, you ought to take some of those super chats that you've made on the back of this baby and go get yourself a English for Dummies. Learn English in four easy weeks. Of course, for you, it would take 400. But girl, go read a book. Get a coloring book. I don't know. But trying to play Chroma Detective. Oh, fuck off, PG. You're disgusting. You are an absolute.
Hit on her old man.
Oh, yeah.
Sun King is what he calls himself. Norbert, when he first met him. Sun King. I call him Norbert because that's what the name he used when I first met him. In our chat, he ran over here to tell everything.
Oh, yeah.
He ran over here to tell everything about, Jinkies and
it's Pete. Oh my goodness!
Just look for some.
Just occurred to me. Is PG? Do you think she's like in witness protection or something? Can you imagine if she was? That's hyperbole. I don't actually think she's in witness protection because I don't care what kind of information she had. I'm telling you right now, she's not a good witness. Yeah, no, they would do the opposite with her. They would set her up to be found out like in an hour. I don't really think she's in witness protection, but she wants people to think that she's like, I don't know. I do not think in crayon, so I can't even imagine what this dumb bitch thinks, but she definitely thinks she's very important to Summer Wells.
Support, right? He came here to look for some support.
Oh, that's where I was.
And
Prayer Garden.
bitch, I didn't put out your private life. You did that on your own channel, and then your old man came over here. Your ex-old man, your ex-husband. Do you remember him?
No, no.
Came over here.
I think most people
to put out your private life, and actually, I done you a favor by. I did you a favor by saying, hey, hit me up on Facebook. I'll talk to you there about these things, not here. Maybe you and Jinkies can work it out, right? I didn't let him up on panel and that night, if I let him up on, honey, if I wanted to put your life out there, if I'd have let Sun King up here that night, everybody would know all your shit. They would know your shit like nobody's business if I would have let him really got up here and talk the way he wanted to talk. Right? He would have been like,
yes, PG's like
trust
Jerry
me.
Springer of YouTube.
I could have got your whole life story out of that, out of him, and I'm sure I could still do it if we wanted to, because he personally don't like you and Chillbilly
doesn't like
very much,
you.
right? He don't like you,
Doesn't like
and
you.
I'm sure if I want him to come up here and tell the real whole story, he'd be glad to do it. He'd absolutely be glad to do it.
PG?
No doubt about that. After you fucked even his lawnmower up that he was supposed to get, right?
Betty is the
You said on it or something. I don't remember. But anyway, but you know,
is anyone surprised that the talk has?
I heard that Killbilly's going around and this is what he's saying about you.
Yeah.
Save a horse and ride a cow. Right? Save a horse.
Her demented witch cackle. This is what this bitch does all day, apparently. She sits around and makes memes. PG, if you worked that hard at employment, full-time and regular employment, lawful employment, my goodness, you might be able to, you know, oh God. I don't even have the words, that a fucking geriatric grandmother, this is what she does all day.
Person ride a cow. That's what he's saying about you, Janky.
Like,
there you go. There's Chillbilly. How you like that one? How you like that meme? Right?
Well, it's
how'd you like that one? Old Jinkies. There you go.
I mean, honestly, she has got the mentality
right?
and the maturity of a sixth grader.
I heard Chillbilly changed his name to
Right.
Grill Billy. Right? Grill Billy.
This nasty skank.
Candace.
Oh, here we go. Shit.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Donnie.
This is one of her low IQ, low marble count, adoring fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go talk to Dawn. Go talk to Dawn. You know, and then Daisy's like, Candace stayed at my house and she told me Donnie did it, that he did it.
Oh, Donnie did it.
Yeah, that Donnie did it. I think it's more like, Candace, you did it. You did it. You're
this disgusting white trash pig who claims that she loves summer. It's all about summer. This is how she speaks about Summer's mother and father. No matter what your feelings are on them, that is irrelevant. You are speaking about a missing child and just being so hateful. See, this is the kind of shit that kills me because, like I said before, I'm not a fan of Dawn and Candace. I am not. I believe at least one of them is responsible for wherever their daughter is. But that does not mean that I condone some disgusting white trash bitch. Just, I don't know why. See, this is how you know that she is full of shit, because I have actually tried to take this walk with her in my mind, like, well, maybe I tried to rationalize some way that she could really care about that child. But I promise you she does not. And all you need to know to confirm that is you just need to be a decent person who has the mental ability to know that you could not possibly care about that child and speak to and about her parents. And listen, I'm not talking. I've heard, I myself have said things about Don and Candace, but they were opinions based in the facts as we know them. They were not personal like what she's doing, because no matter what you think, all children love their parents. And guess what? They have 3 other children that are going to hear all this someday. So this foul-mouthed bitch wants you to think she's all about Summer Moon, Utah Wells. She doesn't even know how old the kid is. You could not care for that child or any of the other 3 and speak the way you do. And it is just that simple. Nothing more, nothing less.
The law enforcement's #1 suspect. They wasn't going to Donnie's work talking to Donnie, Candace. They were coming to your house.
She knows
they was coming to 110 Ben Hill Road.
Nothing.
Looking for
She has no clue how many times, when, where, who.
Right,
she
Candace?
knows nothing.
Yeah, they was.
And
I fucking know that for a fact, don't I, Candace?
You don't know anything for a
They
fact.
was looking for your ass. They wasn't calling Donnie into the police station wanting to talk to Donnie. They called your ass into the police station, Candace, right?
Like she
there you go.
This.
Yeah, I don't believe she said that. Yes, she did say that. Yes, she did say that. Miss Daisy said that Candace threw Don Wells' ass under
Miss
the bus.
Daisy, who you were just dragging for filth?
Absolutely. Candace is going around telling people that she's been doing that from the beginning. From the beginning. She's trying to tell everybody that it's Dawn. She even sat there, if you remember, on Ernie's, right? She sat there on Ernie's and said, you know, she don't trust nobody.
She don't trust anybody.
Jody Sue. She don't trust Andy. She said, you know, who's my suspects? Well, Jody Sue, Andy, you know.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's get to the part where
we asked Child Protective Services to even.
Bitch, you didn't ask Child Protective Services
what
jack
the
shit.
dispute is
And there's nobody
on
in this
the
world
channel,
who believes.
but I understand that you are talking
Protective
about the
Services
Summer Wells case.
Any of the Wells
And I just
kids.
like to add some input to that.
Input. What the fuck is
and give
input?
you an opinion of what I think about what happened.
Oh, please enlighten.
Sure, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Prayer Garden. You're a good lady. So, I do believe Summer Wells had a very bad event happen to her. In my heart, I wish she's alive. I pray she's alive. She was a beautiful little girl. And she had wonderful ways about her when you see all of the reenactment of her.
What the fuck does that mean? She had wonderful ways about her. All of the reenactments you see about her. What does that mean? See, this is the level of Mensa that inhabits this creature's channel and chat. I do not know. I don't even understand what that means that this woman just said. Reenactments. And I would also like to point out that not me, not you, not anybody else on YouTube that was not personally acquainted with them. You do not know jack shit about this child. You just don't. I'm so sick of these people. professing that, oh, summer was this and summer was that. None of you people know anything. None of us do. God almighty. It is just so aggravating that these dumbasses, please, I'm stating for the record right now, if I ever go missing, if my choice is be lost forever or have the tragedy pimps talk about me on YouTube, please let me be lost forever. Please and thank you. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, how are you? Hey, Revival, how are you? NorCal Girl, how you doing? Oh, Liza, you are so correct. They don't have any clue what. Yeah, no.
Life before we closed into true crime and community.
Oh, yes.
But I do have to say, I do believe the parents probably do know what happened to Summer, in particular, Candace. And the reason I say that is because Don was at work at the time that the event happened.
Like she doesn't know this. She knows what she's heard.
Prayer Garden, I do believe that
Sorry, you guys,
perhaps the little girl, she was dressed up in all these hot clothes in 80-degree weather in the back of the seat. We see her head snuggled against some milk they had bought that was cold.
Yeah. Come on, get to it.
And I'm not sure if she was alive at the time we saw that picture of her. Because when you look at the picture of her where she's snuggled
a picture is
up
what you
against
drink water out
milk,
of.
her nail beds are blue.
I'm sorry.
Or else I'll get feedback through your mic.
Not with these people.
Grabbing links and going up.
We're echoing.
Okay, hold on.
And all the proceeds will go in.
Every breath alive.
I left so it wouldn't echo and stuff. And
oh, for fuck's sake!
Right.
My God, I can't.
Back.
It's like echoing really, really bad.
Figure out how to get the echo to stop. Oh, thank God that's over.
Hi, Prayer Garden. Can you hear me?
Hi, Prayer Garden. Can you hear me?
Hello?
What are you doing?
Oh, boy.
Well, there's Don.
Donald's on panel.
Donald
What's
is
up,
on
Donald?
panel.
I need to hear you talk.
Where you been?
I have never heard really anyone except for PG refer to him as Donald. It's always creeped me out. And yes, I understand that is his legal name, but I don't know. It just suggests a very creepy stalkerish kind of vibe when you refer to someone, when you're the only one who refers to someone in a way. I mean, his wife does not usually call him Donald. So I've just always found it disgustingly creepy. And I guarantee you she does it because despite what this nasty bitch says, I think she'd love nothing more than for Don Juan Wells to be in her kitchen making her coffee every morning.
My little girl had to go through surgery.
Her little girl. Now, I'm going to say right now, because she's going to talk about this, I believe who she is calling her little girl, my guess is, well, I know she doesn't have a little girl. The bitch is old as dirt, okay? I would imagine it is her grandchild. And no matter who this person is she's talking about, I truly wish them well. And I hope that everything, she says that the surgery went fine. I'm glad it did. And I absolutely will keep a good thought for her. And I hope that it's smooth sailing for the rest of her days.
Well, I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, she's home now. She's recovering.
That's good.
Yeah. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you asking.
Well, we have to thank God for
Well, PG, that's
the
what
rebirth of
decent
life.
humans do. Hell, I can't stand you, and I just said I
Amen.
wish the best for
Absolutely.
your granddaughter, and I
Absolutely. But you
do.
know,
Don't hold other people
it's
responsible
a little
for,
concerning, you know, a little concerning when you're
their
going through things
disgusting
like that
members' behavior.
and people catch you down and out and attack you, you know, instead of praying for you,
Oh,
they're
praying
attacking
my
you.
ass.
And
Yeah, I know. We
I
know
like
all
that.
about that.
Oh yeah, you're
We
so
know
godly,
all about that.
PG.
You know,
Saying that means a lot.
you know, Don, I want to ask you a question.
No, please do.
Well, you know, and you know, okay, go ahead.
No,
On my Facebook, I made a beautiful t-shirt for summer.
beautiful.
I want to ask you, what do you think about,
Where did the
what do you
proceeds-
think about,
Hey, PG, wait,
I'll
wait,
make the
PG.
shirt and,
I said, wait a minute.
you know, and help you get in touch.
PG, I just want to know, where did the proceeds of that? Oh, T-Pack. Yay. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much. Look at that. It's all thanks to PG. Fruit basket on the way, PG. Congratulations, Prayer Garden of America. You have won another edible arrangements. Hold on a minute. Am I missing? I'll deal with that in a minute. PG, where'd the proceeds go for your beautiful T-shirt? Oh, somehow I tend to doubt that. Where's the money for all that stuff? I'm just wondering, because you know all your good charitable deeds you do. Aren't you supposed to be tithing, PG? Do you tithe 10% of your super chats? It's an interesting question. I'm sure I know the answer.
With a printer that can print them and sell them. I want to know if you're willing to get a new reward fund up for summer, one that will not be taken away from her.
Oh my God, you stupid, ignorant ass bitch. One that would not be taken away from her. It's taken, dumbass, taken. Okay. And Prayer Garden, what's stopping you from getting said reward fund together? Because you sit on your panel every night and you grift your ass off, all for summer. In your own words, it's Summer Moon Utah Wales' channel. Well, then Summer wants her money. I know you're too stupid to set it up, so I'm sure I could put you in touch with someone who would, you know, get a bank account going, a savings account. You know, you can do it all virtually now.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Fair Gardens. You know, that was.
I mean,
yeah, you know, wow.
I would like, I mean, it wouldn't cost you no money.
Any money.
It won't cost you no money.
Any money.
You know, I can make the t-shirts. You know, I can actually put the t-shirts together, and then the printing company would print them as people buy them. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, bullshit. She is so full of shit. I don't know one printing company that would print shirts 1 by 1 by 2 by 12. 2 by 2, the ants go marching in. Give me a break. No way. Unless no, I don't believe it. Well, Amberly, I'm glad you're entertained. That's my goal. If I can entertain you, listen, these assholes, they make money, they make a living off the back of exploiting missing and or deceased children and their families, and I'm just trying to pay it forward a little bit. So if I can make you laugh based off of dragging any of these disgusting, wretched, shitty people, well, I am happy to do that, girl.
They'll
Yeah.
order them through the printing company.
Well,
It'll be no
Guys.
money, and all the proceeds,
Why do you need
the
Dawn's
extra money.
permission to
A
do
lot
this?
of
Why don't you
people
just
was
do it?
telling me they will buy the t-shirts. They loved it. They loved the t-shirts.
Well, there you go, PG. You're on your way to
And
getting a multiple.
all the proceeds will go into a bank account for Summer's reward fund. And
that
you know,
sounds really good.
Yeah.
and
Wow.
if she's not found, Donald, if she's not found
I'll just keep on.
in 5 years, if she's not found,
5 years.
then the money will go to your sons as they turn of age.
That
All the
sounds
money
good.
will go
They
to the
turn of
boys.
age.
It won't go to any other place. It'll be released to each one of the boys after
I don't believe her, but I do not know. I've never tried to set up an account. Actually, I can tell you that when your child is a minor, you can set up an account for them where you are it's called an UGMA account. Something guardian. Oh, I had one for my son. I can't remember what the acronym stands for, but it's an UGMA account. And this is all a fucking straw man. She does not need Don or Candace's permission. She has pimped this child out and made money off this baby's back every fucking night since she's been missing. Are you you want us to believe that you need Don and Candace's blessing to take their child's image and put it on a t-shirt? You are a lying sack of shit. You do not need that. You just want to make money, more money. And PG, if I'm lying, show the proof. You show us where you have donated 1 red cent to it doesn't even have to be a Summer Wells charity. It can be any kind of children's charitable organization or a missing children's, even a missing persons. I mean, as much as you probably do need me to sketch a picture out for you of what I'm talking about, I really suck at drawing. So you can shut me down like that. And Prayer Garden, I'm not a messy, shitty bitch like you are. I promise you, you show proof that you have donated money anywhere, and I will personally come on camera on a dedicated video to you, and I will apologize. So prove me wrong.
5 years.
That sounds really great. Unfortunately, there's so many evil entities, as you well know.
Yeah, like the one you're talking.
I don't think there's a bunch of evil entities at all. I think that all of these people. I think that all of these people out here.
Honestly, I'm not a fan of Candace, and I believe that Candace knows exactly where her daughter is. But I will tell you this: just as a woman, as a human being, I have empathy for Candace, knowing that her husband is entertaining this wretched viper. It's just disgusting.
All of these people out here, Donald, we got 670 people in this chat right now.
Same ones
that would love to see a reward fund.
And by the way,
Summer.
there's 600 people.
We got 670 people that would pay $20 a t-shirt, Donald. And that's a that is a lot.
Find this bitch.
Can I say something?
2 minutes of their time.
I want
I
to
waste the same
thank
shit every single night.
the good people out there, because there are good people out there. I don't want no money from people, though. But for Summer, whatever y'all think, I'm appreciative that y'all are sharing her pictures, her story, and that kind of stuff. Even though.
And you know what? You want to know the difference between me and Prayer Garden? Besides the obvious, that I'm educated, well-spoken, glamorous. Besides all that, I've been to 110 Ben Hill Road. In fact, I waved at Dawn as I was going by the driveway. I've been to the watering hole. I've been to the hippie house. I've been to the Walgreens. I've been to the Sonic. I've never released 1 second of that footage. But here I am talking about Summer Wells. Well, I could pop a video up right now because I think the footage I have is a little different than a lot of what people have seen, only in the respect that I was not the one driving, so I was able to film everything on the way, all the surrounding. You get the point. Do you think if she had that, she'd be playing that shit every single night?
A lot of things that went negative and everything. I'm cool with it. I'm ready. I'm willing to forgive and forget and move on.
Exactly.
In
Do
Summer's
that,
name.
meaning
And that's
on.
awesome.
Don't ever speak to this viper again.
Yes, thank you.
That's the best thing you could do for your
for
daughter.
all the good people out there. I thank you.
She's
And
not one of the
God
good
bless
people out
and
there.
love. You know, in Summer's name.
John would thank her if he knew how much money she's made off the back of his daughter. I would love to know what that number is. Do you think Don would still be thanking her? Somehow I don't think he would be.
Love, okay? In Summer's name. And God's name. God, let's not forget God, because
Prayer all about God.
He gave his life for all of us. God number one, and thank you for caring and loving so much.
She doesn't either. She doesn't
whatever
care.
I'm out of it. I don't want to be involved in any money or anything like that.
Smart move. Oh, there you go. There's the flick of the
Yeah, but there's one problem. There's one problem with this, Donald. You got to be involved because you and Candace are the parents of Summer Moon Utah Wells. You and Candace would have to open the bank account. You would have to open the bank account that this money would.
Say something. I am pretty certain. Hi, Dis-I-Am. Did you just get out of the coffin? I'm pretty certain that there are ways to set up a charitable fund for the benefit of a minor or other person who, needs supervisory conditions. So, wise guy here. How are you? Yeah, well, I would say the same thing about her.
Would be going into.
We'll do that. Who's got a phone off? Turn that off. I'm getting echo.
See this right here? See these little purple
Now are you
hearts?
echoing?
That's what PG does.
Okay, it was
one of the chat put up purple hearts. That's the extent.
If y'all want to do that, that's like the most awesome thing I've ever heard of. But I don't want to be involved. I'll give y'all permission or whatever, but I don't want to be part of any of all that.
We cannot. You don't understand. We have tried. We have tried to get a reward fund up for.
Listen, you stupid bitch. Since you're too dumb to figure this out, let me help you out here. Since everything you do is just about Summer and all that money you take in every night is just about Summer, well, PG, here's what you do, honey. Cut out all the middlemen. You don't need Don's permission. You don't need Candace's permission. You don't need anybody's permission. You just go and you open up, I would suggest a savings account. Go open up a savings account. I mean, I'm sure you do most of your banking at Amscot or Western Union, but for this, I think you're going to have to go to a real bank. Open up a savings account And then all of your t-shirt grift or your super chat grift, whatever the case may be. But whatever monies that you raise for Summer Moon Utah Wells, because everything you do is for Summer Moon Utah Wells. So take all your super chat grifts and your t-shirt grift and whatever other scam you come up with to get money, and you just keep putting it in that savings account. And then, maybe at the end of the year or whatever period of time you designate, well, when the fundraising is over, you just write a check or you transfer electronically the money directly to, well, you say it's for the boys when they turn 18. If Summer isn't found, well, then you won't need anybody's permission. As soon as they're of age, you can reach out and you can say, hey, what's your Cash App? And you can just send that money right on to them. See, problem solved. It's very simple. Oh, are you worrying about the tax implications? Yeah, probably not. So there you go. I just solved your problem.
Summer.
You're
Well,
welcome.
they had a really good one.
And
Like,
we asked Child Protective Services to we tried to get up a college fund for the boys. And Child Protective Services wouldn't give us the okay for that as well.
You are an idiot. What do you think Child Protective Services has anything to do with a college fund for kids that may or may not be, well, they are in their custody? How fucking stupid. I mean, are you even dumber than I think you are? You must be. Because Child Protective Services has zero to do with that insanity you just uttered, okay? You're a fool. Y'all, I have got to go to the bathroom, so I am going to I'm going to push the button. I'm going to step away for 1 second, and I'll be back. I promise.
You being the parent of Summer Moon Utah Wells, you would basically have to open an account for her.
Well, we'll do that. I'll tell you what, I'll do that with you step by step, but I don't want to be involved in it. I'll do it as far as
you don't understand. That's the only.
This will be up to the people, not me.
The best thing to do is, are you still in touch with Tim Mullins?
You know I am. That's my best friend.
Okay. Well, this is something that I would like for you to discuss with Tim, because Tim would know how to go about getting the account open.
Yes,
he would know about, how to hook you up with the printers for these particular shirts. Okay. And like I said, you or Tim could take the shirts. I posted one today on Facebook. You guys could take the pattern.
I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If you guys do this and you're for real, I'll make sure that it's not in my name, but my kids' name, where I can't touch it. Me or my wife cannot touch it.
That's all I ask.
He's gonna make that would be the proverbial.
And like I said, it'll go to your boys. It'll go to your boys as they turn the age of 21. Okay. Then they, at 18, you're a little too young to be handling, money.
Yeah.
21, you're a little bit smarter. You're a little bit, more. You know the struggles. You know the struggles from 18 to 21.
Yes,
you're a little bit smarter.
Yeah, I've been through it.
You're living proof that
and so as the boys turn 21, they each will get their cut if Summer has not been found.
Probably 12.
And that'll help them out in life. If they want to go to college, then it can be a college fund for them. But if Summer is found,
Oh, Liza, you're right.
it's an initiative to get people really
She
involved
is so.
and really looking for
I'll tell you
her
what,
again.
in my
Right?
opinion, the one
That
and
sounds
only
good,
thing she cares about in this
So
game
thank you
is
for
Don
that.
Wells.
That
And-
Why
sounds
did they take
Bad
the
for her.
rewards
She always
fund
has.
down
I
anyway?
don't know
That was
why.
crazy.
they had to divvy that up, man. All that money shit, man. Hey,
And I'm proud
They,
of them too.
well,
YouTube,
also,
fucking
I'll
daughter.
tell you why they took it down.
Damn
They took
dumbass.
it down because
People
they
are always
had
trying to piss me
creators
off.
like Tiffany Marie saying that she gave to them, and that and
That's
then
like Jesus.
accusing them of possibly taking, snitching money out of it.
it
And they
was
just don't want to put up with that shit.
I'm probably gonna. See, Don and Candace, let me explain something to you. Or Don, I'll explain it to you. You can do what you will with it. Normal people, rational, smart people like me and everybody in this chat. We don't understand why you're like, why you didn't learn from YouTube your first go round on the merry-go-round. We don't really understand why you came back here, but come back you have, because I guess you just, need the attention like you need oxygen. What? But I promise you, it is not going to go any better this time around than it went the last time. Well, if you manage not to get another DUI or another arrest, well, then maybe it will go better than the last time. But your daughter is not in this screen, whether it's on your phone, your computer, your TV. Why are you dicking around talking to one of probably the dumbest idiots on here when you should be out looking for your daughter? This is where you lose people like me, because it doesn't make sense. And if you have time to play on YouTube with Prayer Garden of America, then you have time. I don't care if you have searched every square inch of the state of Tennessee. Start again. It's just foul. And it's like everything. This is a money, everything. I don't understand how dumb can people be, truly. I mean, Prayer Garden, how dare she say one word about anybody else where money is concerned? And I would love to know how much money that vile bitch has made off the back of this baby. Oh God, is there something going on in the chat? Y'all know I'm not good about checking. Oh, Amberly, to answer your question, how many shirts does she think she's going to sell? 0. Okay.
They didn't want to put up with that shit. She did not write a check. She lied. It was all bogus, and she gave them nothing. But she made them look bad, and that's why they didn't want to keep overseeing it, and that's why it ended up being taken away
Took it away. It was
from
taken
her.
away, you idiot.
So,
I'm
and
gonna fucking hooked on phonics game.
I hate to say it, but
You need to get
Summer's
hooked on
strongest
phonics,
voice,
PJ.
her
Forget
strongest
about your
voice
magic brownies.
took away
Took away.
because
Yeah.
that
I
reward
took
fund,
away.
money talks, bullshit walks.
Imagine this.
That was her
restart,
strongest
bud.
voice
Imagine her
right there.
calling-
Was that
Yeah.
money?
Yep.
Can't
And-
disagree with that.
calling
And you know,
CBS
we
in
really
her
need,
illiterate form of English and wanting to know about setting up a college fund for the boys. Bitch. God almighty.
we really need to start building it up again.
Oh yes.
We
money.
really do. And I will
Yes,
sell
we
those
gotta start
t-shirts
building
right
the
here.
balance of
I'm
it.
sure Miss Daisy, I'm sure Jinkies, I'm sure a lot of other creators. No
Yeah.
thanks. We are all for summer. We love
Yeah.
summer.
No,
And
Yes.
every one of us,
you're a
I'm
liar.
sure they'd be willing
You don't love
to make a
you don't
t-shirt
know,
for her as
number one.
well. I'm sure
And
they will be willing to create something.
And
And,
if it comes down to it, and she's not ever found, then we should donate it to something good, maybe some private land for people to get together
What?
somewhere in Utah, to do good
Private
things,
land.
or maybe just camp out and
Well,
relax.
Donna, we're gonna have to sell a lot of damn t-shirts to buy some private land. The fuck
Well,
is
I'm just
talking
saying.
about?
well, you know, I thought that it would be better to go to her brothers because her brothers are going to need a start in life.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure Summer would
I know
want.
what.
I'm sure Summer would want,
Somebody tell me
you
what's
know,
going on.
if she's not
You know,
found. I'm sure she
I'm
would
gonna
want.
I'm gonna share something with you all that nobody knows about
Oh,
Summer,
top
if
secret.
that's okay.
Oh, please.
Go ahead.
And
Please go
one thing that I know about Summer
Uh-huh.
is, well, sometimes me and Candace fought. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Our marriage ain't perfect. We fight,
Yeah, we've all had a
and
front row
and me
seat
and the
to that.
boys we
Everybody
fought.
does.
Yeah, over dumb things, whatever. But one thing I know about Summer is she would say, "Stop, stop.
Probably. I don't even have to
So
know
let's
her to
get
know
along."
that.
And that's one strong message that I can share about you, about Summer, because that's exactly who she is, and that's exactly what she's done, even at a young age, which is amazing.
Summer was a peacemaker. She was a true
Really?
child of God. I know
We all,
that
we all are.
you could look in Summer's eyes and tell she was full of life. She was full. Her little body was full of kindness, caring, love.
Like all kids, usually.
I could tell that. And
Oh,
I could
yes.
tell that,
You're so
not even a
incredible,
mention
PJ.
She hadn't experienced life yet, though. Like you have, you've been through hell for a garden. I've been through pure hell. My wife has been through pure hell. We've
Mhm.
all been through pure. She hasn't even got to experience life like that yet. Like
I agree,
we have,
Amberly.
and while
And
we
you
have
know,
hate like
Donald,
this is where we got to trust God.
That Daisy
you're right.
Daisy
She
language.
didn't get to experience. She
But
didn't
she-
get to experience the
but
pure
she did.
hell, but she
Right.
also didn't. She also didn't. She also isn't getting to experience the beautiful things in life as well. No matter how much hell we go through, we still love God giving us another day, don't we?
That's right.
We still appreciate God giving us another day to be with the people we love.
Mhm.
And
Summer ain't getting that, Donald. Summer ain't getting that.
Summer got to
Thank you, Captain
experience
Obvious.
some of the
Summer
best churches.
Summer would have wanted the big Easter basket this year. She would have wanted that beautiful dress and them buckle shoes. She would
She got
have loved going to church Easter morning.
well.
right?
She got to experience, you know, she got to be best friends with Robin and her daughter. You know, and I'm not saying I'm not trying to be mean or I don't know, but I do know what my experience in life. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, the hell that I've been through. At least Summer got to experience a very good woman named Robin Lane and her daughter.
How interesting is that? How interesting that is the one thing that he says. He doesn't say, you know, my daughter got to experience having a fantastic mother. My daughter got to experience it's some of the things he says are very telling to me. I believe he's correct. I believe that Robin probably was one of the brightest spots in her life. It's just interesting that's what he said.
And other people in that church, you know, it was just precious. And I'm so glad that she got to be part of that with us, you know.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, please.
Of course.
Don't you ever get mad as fucking hell, Don?
There we go. There we go. Meet Prayer Garden of America. When she's talking about this little girl that she loves so much. Don't you ever just get mad as fucking hell? Yeah, because that's how every kind-hearted, grieving, respectful person speaks about a baby who is missing. God, you disgusting lowlife.
Donald, that your daughter isn't here, that she isn't here getting to run and find candy like all the other kids, that she's not here to enjoy all the beautiful things that she could be here to enjoy. Don't you sometimes get so damn angry that your daughter is not in your arms where you can hold her, hug her, and keep her safe?
Oh, yes. Like
you know that my thoughts go through my head, Miss Perda. You know
Don't
that.
you ever want to just break a fucking wall down?
There you go. Break the fucking
I
wall
don't
down.
think I haven't already.
Break the fucking wall down.
Don't think I haven't, and I hurt my wrists and everything else.
Wait a minute. I was making a joke because she said something so stupid. How many people say that in relation to finding a missing child? Don't you want to just break the fucking wall down? And then this moron says, oh yeah, I did. I hurt my wrist. My God.
Yes, ma'am. You know, I have times where I have thoughts of killing people. And then I have to pray to God to help me. You know, I mean, if I run into the person that's like, my daughter and hurt her, or anybody else, just for daughter.
Listen, I know much was made. That other fucking tragedy pimp, dumbass Don B. Yeah, I said it. You're a tragedy pimp, Don B. Sitting in your fucking studio, drinking your sweet tea. Enjoy it. You're another one. You've made. I'm sure you've done quite fine on the back of Summer Wells. At the very least, you've grown a channel on the back of that child. And you wanted to do some creative clipping. Well, that was the clip right there in context. And despite the fact that I think Don Wells is an idiot, I didn't take him literally when he said he had thoughts of killing people. Because I think any normal person who had a missing child, well, hell yes, you would say you had thoughts of killing people. If it was the people you thought had your child or hurt your child, I am sick of all these scumbags. My God. Grifters, all of them. Grifters. And yeah, Don B, you're one of them.
Wow.
And I don't even profess. I'm all bad Summer. Everything I do.
I mean, wouldn't you or anybody else?
I'm gonna tell you something, Donald.
Calls out a bunch of bullshit when
I'm gonna tell you something.
I have a real problem.
Well, my daughter was in surgery. I could do nothing. I could do nothing but pray, nothing but beg nothing but beg God
but God
to
come
please
through.
watch over.
But God
And
come
I asked Jesus to please be there with her.
yeah.
I asked the angels to please watch over her. Man, I'm going to tell you what. It's a feeling like, it's a feeling that I don't want. It's
Yeah,
a feeling, dude, that it's
you're
too much. It's
you're
too much.
you're completely reliant on God because there's no other
Yes,
explanation.
yes. You
And he,
absolutely.
I mean, not anything, but I would do almost anything for my daughter and her love.
She's
And I just wanted to ask him, where did that go?
telling everybody that
A day out with Summer as well. Let's take Summer and to her favorite place to swim. Let's take Summer and get her, the favorite one. When this 5-year-old baby got no breakfast, this 5-year-old baby got no lunch. This 5-year-old baby, we don't even know if she had dinner. Right? We had no idea.
it's idea.
They didn't give a F about her. They didn't care if them children ate
Idea. She says
3 meals a day. They didn't
idea.
care if they had snacks. They didn't care if these kids even had a bath, right? They had,
That's pretty bad.
they're disgusting. That house was disgusting.
That ladder that went on into
They
the
had tons of
dungeon.
money. They had tons
I
of
would
money.
never let
Tons
my
of money?
child go down
Apparently,
those.
Prayer
I
Garden
wouldn't
and I
want
have
that
a
thing.
real different
Don and
Scary.
Candace Wells. Don and Candace Wells had a ton of money.
I think like a dump.
They had a ton of money.
Yep.
And they spend it all on their habits instead of feeding. I mean, come on, for God's sake, people. For God's sake,
Yes.
what would you do? Would you buy some teenage boy a Twisted Tea and bakes, or would you buy your daughter some damn
Oh no!
hamburgers? I would get a bag of hamburgers for my children before I bought some teenage punk liquor
with
and
all the alcohol and the vapes and stuff like that.
Right.
I would
All they
starve.
did, I mean, she was aiding and
I would
abetting. This is a
starve
grown ass
my
fucking
children.
woman
Oh, here we go.
aiding and abetting a minor.
Fuck yeah.
She is aiding and abetting a minor,
Aided and abetted.
Over
right?
her baby.
I think we call that a Freudian slip.
Right.
She's not only doing wrong by not feeding her children, but she's doing wrong by aiding and abetting a minor of someone else's child. She's abusing another person's child as well by giving them substance she knows they are not allowed to have.
2 years, so
This woman is not a good person.
either are
Her
you.
and Dom Wells are not good people. Grandis is not good people.
Nope.
They use God. Dom
Yeah.
Wells, you use God, and I hope he sets you in
Let me
hell
tell
for
you
doing
what.
it.
If somebody gave my child something,
It's like, don't you use God?
if somebody
You are a foul-mouthed, hateful bitch, and you have prayer in your screen name. Do you think she sees the conundrum? I doubt it.
then, by God, they're gonna go to jail, or I'm gonna beat the shit out of them.
Like I said,
I heard that.
like I said, Mensa panel. Okay, so I've heard enough of that bitch. I just cannot. It's just how long do you think we listened to her? 45 minutes maybe? Well, let's see. We've been on here an hour and 49 minutes. I yip yapped for at least a half hour before we even got into it. We have not listened to her. Oh, laugh with me, Lily. Girl, are you not familiar with Prayer Garden? Ideal, that's a word she cannot say. She simply cannot say it. She will always say, well, it was my ideal. I have a great ideal. Yeah, there's lots of words that she cannot say, but that is one that she regularly and repeatedly massacres. Now you tell me, okay? I'm at my prayer garden threshold. I cannot. I am done. I don't want to hear that disgusting viper's mouth. No more. Tell me how deficient you have to be and how desperate for some type of entertainment, human interaction, although she's not really human in my book. Like how desperate do you have to be to sit over there night after night after night? I've told PG many times that, hey, dumbass, hello, all those morons that sit in your chat every night of the week while you exploit this child and make a living off of her back. Who the fuck are you bringing awareness to? Because all those idiots, they're already aware that she's missing. So what exactly are you accomplishing? I'm keeping Summer's name out there. Well, guess what? The only people that are seeing it are the idiots in your chat. Oh, the other thing she'll do is, oh, put up the purple hearts. Oh, shit. Oh, good Lord. I think I just yeeted myself. Well, I may have yeeted all of us. Oh, Lord. Sorry. I forgot I had the mouse inside the book and I closed the book and the mouse went flying. Damn it. Trying to put my shoe on. Okay. Yeah, another one of PG's go-tos is, oh, can I get some purple hearts in the chat for Summer? You want to tell me exactly what those purple hearts are doing for Summer? Like everything else you do, not a damn thing. I mean, I get it. I understand the symbolic nature. But she's so stupid that I think in her mind, she really thinks that those purple hearts are awareness or doing something. Hey, PG, why don't you take your ass over to the Dollar General or Dollar Tree? I'm sure you shop there. Why don't you go sit in front of the Dollar General and pass out some flyers with Summerwell's picture and her information on them? Now that would be getting Summer's name out there, because your Mensa panel, I think they've already got a good handle on the fact that the child's missing. Okay, so how about you do that? And anytime you want to show all your charitable donations you've made to some charity in the name of Summer Wells, all that money you grifted while standing on that child's back, hit me with it. Hit me, baby, one more time. Yeah, I'll be waiting. No, not really. Laugh with me, Lily. I take it that means you have never met Prayer Garden until this afternoon, because that is quite, yeah, that's pretty much the response any normal person has upon first becoming acquainted with her. Shock and horror. Yes, you've got it. Oh, Running Bear, absolutely. It's what I'm waiting for is I have never understood why YouTube, because let me tell you something, if I'm running YouTube, well, you know, we're not having any tragedy pimps, they're gone. But if I'm running YouTube and I have a platform where we provide people with the opportunity to make money from their subs via super chats and super stickers. And listen, I understand the creator gets what, is it 60% or 40%, whatever the cut is, whatever the cut is, it's more than you would be making if they didn't provide it. Okay. And I get it. It sucks. But guess what? Guess what are two things you are assured of in life? Pretty much the only two things you're assured of in this life: death and taxes. And I'm sorry, when you are monetized and YouTube takes their cut, well, consider that the YouTube tax and everybody pays, okay? And, you know, believe it or not, it does cost YouTube money to provide us the platform to do what we do. I mean, do you think that all the servers and whatnot are free? They are not. Everybody who is in business, whatever that business may be, and YouTube is a business, okay? Whatever business you're in, you pass the cost of doing business, the expenses gets passed along to the consumer in whatever, whether it's an electronic consumer in a brick and mortar, consumer of services, whatever it is. So if I'm YouTube and I find out that people are trying to skirt the system and they're trying to cheat me out of my money, well, bye. I don't know when YouTube is finally going to crack down on people running the Cash App, the Venmo, the PayPal. I mean, listen, nobody likes to pay taxes. And I'm speaking as someone who hasn't seen a refund in, ever. So I get it. Nobody likes paying taxes. But taxes are what pay for, at least in the real world, it's what pays for the roads. It pays for the bridges. It pays for everything that we as a society all consume as part of living in the world. So I always wonder when I see that, when I see all these people blatantly, it's one thing when you've got on your about page, oh, hey, here's a link to, my whatever. But when you're so bold that you're running it on the screen, it's like, I always wonder, like, how long is it going to take for them to catch that? So, hold on one second. I'm going to do something. So yeah, I don't know. Y'all. I just don't get this place. I really don't. I don't understand why. I really don't. Sorry, I'm trying to do something. I figure since you're working so hard, it's the least I can do. I don't get it. I don't know. Somebody explain to me, please, why somebody like Prayer Garden has, I don't even know how many subs she has now. As far as I'm concerned, if she's got more than 100, that's 98 too many. How does this happen? Oh, and here's how I think Prayer Garden came to be. Because I asked somebody once who I believe knew the rise of the Prayer Garden. Apparently, she used to be like a diehard in Ziggy's chat. I've never been to Ziggy's chat ever. I've only seen pieces of Ziggy's streams when they clip her for some reason. But yeah, I was told that she was herself, which You've seen, and I believe that is her. I don't think any of that's an act. I think if anything, well, I was going to say, I think she might hold back a little bit of her real self. I mean, if I had to guess, she's probably got a lengthy, she probably has a history that looks a lot like Betty's. That would be my guess. But what is it that it is very discouraging for people who care and who work hard and try and do the right things. It's very discouraging to see somebody who doesn't even seem to be functionally literate have all of these, they get these big channels and they get these platforms and people listen to them. And it makes people like me sit back and go, I don't know I can't give people what they want because I could never. And then all of a sudden this tragedy pimping thing has really become a thing. I'm sorry. It's bad enough you've got people exploiting these kids and their families. Then you throw in the added disgustingness that is her, and you get a woman who speaks like she truly, if I closed my eyes and I had to conjure, and yes, I very purposely use that word, if I had to conjure what I think she looks like, I would picture a lot lizard. That's what I would picture, because they're probably better spoken and nicer and not as foul. She is the absolute lowest common denominator amongst us. I mean, she speaks like English is not her first language. She's mean as a damn snake. She's hateful. She's just gross. And then you have her talking like some kind of a friggin' demented, crazy, radioactive hillbilly. Apologies to hillbillies. And she's got a baby's picture up. Oh, do you guys want to see one of her other memes? I said I was done with her, but shit, I forgot about this. Hold on. Do y'all want to hear? Okay, you remember in the beginning of the one we watched? Do you remember I said that she did a little bit of walking backwards when she was threatening that woman about, you don't want to fuck with me. You don't want to know who I am. Yeah, no, you are so right, Prayer Garden. My God, we finally agree on something. Do you want to hear her do a little backwards walk-in? Because in my opinion, somebody with more sense than her, which, yeah, I know it, I need to narrow that statement. But somebody with a lot more sense than her, I think probably got a hold of her and said, wait a minute. Damn it. I got to, let's see. Live from New York. It's Prayer Garden of America. All right, let's see here. Okay, here we go. All right, this is going to be Prayer Garden doing a little bit of backwards walking. Danielle Chambliss, welcome. I haven't seen you here before. mispronounced words might be due to slipping dentures. Well, winner, chicken dinner. That would absolutely be my guess. Okay, so let's just listen to a moment of this, shall we?
Daisy has a crush on PG. She loves me, right? She can't get enough of me.
Yeah, nobody loves
That woman, she just absolutely loves PG. She can't help it.
Oh yeah, because you're so
right, Daisy?
lovable, PG.
I know she listens. I know she got her ear all up in there.
Oh, you know she is. You know she is.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I forgot.
Absolutely.
I wanted to tell you guys.
Yeah, she in her own cow stall.
Hold on, I'm going to tell you.
All right. Yeah.
This will make you laugh. Okay, so back in the day, and I'm not going to say this lady's name because it's not about her, it's about PG. But she had a sub who, I mean, I don't think the lady ever missed a night. She was somebody that went on panel with her almost nightly. And her name, her screen name was one of the states' Mother. It wasn't Mother, but that's what I'm going to use. I'm trying not to out her, okay? Because she didn't do anything wrong, but it's just, I'm not trying to bring attention to it. I'm trying to make a point about what an idiot PG is and how little she actually knows or gives a shit about the people who listen to her. So let's just call her Florida Mother. Florida Mother. Well, one day, PG's talking about her little ones, you know, her little kids, meaning her grandkids or great grandkids, whatever the case may be. Hey, twin thing. She apparently, Florida Mother had children too. And Florida Mother was considering homeschooling because, you know, PG homeschools her little ones. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Illiterate world, welcome your newest members, the little ones, educated by Prayer Garden of America at the homeschool for illiterates. So remember, this Florida Mother was on her panel nightly. I would say she was a ride or die. So they're having this discussion, and Florida Mother says, yeah, you know, the school year is ending and I'm not happy about where the kids have been. And I'm really considering homeschooling like you do. And PG says, oh, I've got some great curriculum I can tell you about. And she goes, you know, it depends on what state you live in. She goes, where do you live? Her fucking screen name was Florida Mother. And she was on her panel every single night. So there you have it. There's PG in a nutshell.
That's the truth. But anyway, you know, we ain't making this live tonight about no Daisy or
no.
Jinkies or
we ain't making it,
you know,
them.
If they come up on live,
I'm not making it about no chub rub sisters. Actually, to be
honest
with you,
I'm not making it about no chub rub sisters. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that refers to. I don't speak like a middle school boy. So
I was going to bring something out, a recording of Daisy.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking about actually more than one person.
Oh.
She's speaking about more than one person.
Let's say.
And Daisy, no.
A little bit of YouTube espionage.
Here we go. I just take care of this right now.
Remember,
right?
This woman
like
that
she
this lady that she's talking to is one of the two people she was talking about in the other stream.
I like to get this out of the way. I want to address Prayer Garden of America
Address, you idiot.
that I am a Kentucky resident. And if you play, I thought you were from Tennessee, Daisy. That's what you keep telling everybody.
Where are
Oh,
you
now
from,
you're a
bitch?
Kentucky resident.
Never tell anybody where you're from.
She says Tennessee. Now she says Kentucky. Right.
None of your business.
Who sounds like Daisy lies.
Disgusting scam.
Resident. And if you play a phone call, I did not give you permission to record.
Read fluent.
I will be contacting a lawyer in the morning. You was never given permission to record me. Kentucky is a one-party state, Daisy, and where I'm at's one-party state.
Oh,
so now you can get the two-party states out of the way and know that PG ain't there. Right? I'm not in California. So get the two-party states out of the way. Unless you come from a two-party state, you are not covered by this bullshit. You know, learn the laws, Daisy. Learn the laws, because PG knows them. You know, you can't do shit. You only have to have, you know, only permission I need is my own. Right? I don't have to tell you nothing. I don't have to call your lawyer and find out, because that's the truth.
You can record in a one-party state.
I don't have to tell you anything. And yes, I can play it. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing whatsoever.
But you're supposed to tell her.
But while I was listening to the recording today to bring out,
hit us with it.
I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I heard Daisy also telling me how these upsetted her. Her blood pressure was up.
They upsetted her.
She needed to take her medication.
There's stunning Lisa
PG,
J.
I don't want to fool with them.
Look at Lisa. Lisa's a cat. My goodness, you guys, look. She's just like me. Her name is Lisa. She's got a big fat cat. And she's on YouTube. Pretty sure that's where the similarities stop.
Made me feel bad for her. Made me feel bad for her.
Anything and you're miserable.
No, I'm not going to bring out the recordings.
Oh, because she's a benevolent.
Not because of no law BS.
No, not because of no law BS.
You know, Daisy does have health and medical issues.
PG went to Bullhorn,
and
her law school.
Man, with my little girl.
Oh.
With my little girl having to go through surgery and everything. I know what kind of stress that can be.
Well. And
so no, I won't do anything to cause Miss Daisy any type of stress or anything.
Let me get this straight, you vile idiot. You called her one of the Chub Rub sisters. You've said every filthy thing in the world about her. But now all of a sudden, after you've basically threatened the woman for all of YouTube to memorialize, now, listen, PG never says she's sorry. She never retracts anything. Not that I've ever heard. And she has, listen, in the scope and scale of foul things that she has said and done, this is pretty minor. So it is absolutely disingenuous bullshit for her to want you to believe that, well, I know she's got health problems, so I wouldn't want to cause her any undue stress. Literally, like 2 minutes ago in this thing, she's calling her and this Jenkins person, they're sisters, I guess, part of the Chub Rub sisters. Yeah. She's disgusting.
Medical issues and so forth and so on.
She just saying she's got medical issues.
You look like
you know,
have some medical issues, Lisa.
I believe she does, and
Lisa,
know,
come on, tell
my
me.
mother had a lot of medical issues.
Something tells me that I'm sure Lisa's a lovely woman, despite the fact that she's hanging out with PG. But Lisa, honey, I don't think you can be talking about medical issues, because if I had to make a guess, I would say that there's probably several uncapped insulin needles, or the little orange plastic cap that comes on top of said needle, maybe littering the floor. And I only say that because I have I think I've said my mother-in-law is diabetic, so I'm familiar with what those things look like. And I'm just saying, Lisa, I mean, I think you just better be careful when you want to start talking about medical issues. Because if you don't have any yet, my goodness, if you don't, maybe, does she have a cigarette in her hand? Oh, goodness, Lisa.
As well. And I seen the way people,
Lisa, girl.
I seen the way people.
Smoking is not good for diabetes, by the way.
So disrespectful, people don't care. There's a lot of evil human beings out there that do not care about, other human beings. And, but I do. I do. And I'm not going to, I'm not going to do it because of that reason and no other reason at all. I will not do it.
Yeah, you're a lion sack.
I know the law, and I know I perfectly can let it out if I want to.
PG knows the law. PG knows the law like Bullhorn Betty knows the law.
But you know what?
No.
I'd rather be a peacemaker. I'd rather be a peacemaker than a troublemaker.
Goodness, to the Palestinians and the Israelis, you're available, Prayer Garden. Oh, and you can pray
if those people, if Daisy wants those people to know how she really feels about them, then it's her job, I guess, to tell them, right?
And
not me.
Benefit to all
not
of
me.
Us. And upside
so, with that being said,
between the Palestinians
I just
and the Israelis, well, she'd have to have her head covered, and then we could just pull it. Well, my God, we could put her in a burqa.
Let you know, Daisy, your little BS stuff here, right here, wouldn't hold water. Wouldn't hold water. You couldn't even find a lawyer to take your case.
Absolutely hold water. Listen, you stupid bitch, let me school you here just a little bit, because this is my charitable.
If those people, if Daisy wants those people to know how she really feels about.
I can't stand dumb people. But let me school you a little bit here. If you recorded someone in a one-party state without their consent, and then you use that recording to either extort them or embarrass them, obviously it would depend on the scope of the recording. But I can assure you, it most definitely would hold water. I think what you probably meant to say was, I'm a broke, destitute skank who has no money, so suing me would be a futile endeavor. If that's what you meant, then yes, I very much agree, Prayer Garden. You're correct.
About them, then it's her job, I guess, to tell them, right? Mm-hmm. Not me. So, with that being said,
you know what's funny? I see somebody in her
I just want to let you know, Daisy.
Name that this is when Prayer Garden. I told you before, she had all that stupid shit she said to me. She sent one of her bulldogs over to my channel, and I saw him in there. His name Ronald. Somebody. Wait, is it still there? It says something Ronald. Well, shit. Where did his name go? Oh, he's always in there listening to her dumbass. And he told me, which of course I said, my goodness, Ronald, I think you better. Hold on, I'm trying to. Okay, I was trying to make sure she was off the screen. Well, Ronald came over and told me that Prayer Garden had more beauty and class in her little finger than I had in my whole body. Oh God. Okay, Ronald, it's your story. You tell it any way you want. I don't care. Good. Welcome to sixth grade. Ronald, I'm not sure where you, sir, have grown up and or socialized that makes you think that the word class, or really any word that has a positive connotation, would belong in the same sentence with that forked tongue child of not God. Yeah. Oh gosh, Ronald, that makes me think you have had a very goodness. What's going on? Huh. Oh my, for some reason jumping around, which is strange. I never have a problem with that. But yeah, Lily, yes, she's another one. I mean, they're like the old lady gang. They're the gangster grannies. That I am not very familiar at all with them, but yes, I do know that. Yeah, Daisy was the one who took Kylie Rodney's image from AWP's pimped out video. Yeah, they're gross too. I had a good opinion of them until that debacle. I mean, putting somebody's watery grave behind a paywall. Oh, and then we found out about, well, what was alleged about the group's head dick in charge. Oh, goodness, that's very unfortunate. But yes, Daisy took that image and manipulated it to make it easier to, see all the parts of what you really could not see. I couldn't make anything out from that video until I saw her manipulate it. And then, she used like something to almost like a marker that she could take to, oh, and here's this. And yeah, it was disgusting. Oh, so anyway, that's that. Yeah. Running Bear, let me tell you something. Boulevard Betty, I think her Christian, listen, I am a person who, I don't give a damn what you say. It's what you do. That's what matters. It's not this, because everybody does this. So you can do this all day and you can tell me what a wonderful Christian you're a, God bless you. Why is it that the biggest scumbags on here, they want to begin and end everything with God bless you? It's like, Betty, you and this one, you come from the same kind of place. You're both. So save your God blesses, because you can tell me you go to church, you can go to online church, you can build a church. I don't care. Saying God bless you after every disgusting, sickening, foul lie and or stupidity that comes out of your mouth, just because you preface it and then conclude it with the words God bless, that means nothing, because everything you do is the exact opposite of what true Christian, or not even just Christian, but any religious people or righteous people who even try to be, because that's all any of us can really do is try. We all fall down. We all fail. We all fall short. The difference is, when I do, I'm not up here saying, Oh, you know what, Betty? Shove it up your ass. You're a wretched, skanky, nasty, ugly bitch. But God bless you. No, that's you. So say whatever you want. It means nothing. Nothing. So to me, she's just in the she bull scorn Betty and Swear Garden are, and I don't want anybody to think that PG's foul mouth alone is why I drag her. It's not. Because I assure you, if she was some sweet, nice woman who just happened to swear like a trucker at really inappropriate times, I would try and give her some grace. But she doesn't just have a mouth like a trucker and say horrible, vile, foul things. Her soul, if she has one, seems to match her mouth. So just like Betty, they are of the same ilk, and I got no time for it. So yep, it's all about the money. Liza, she will stream online mass and ask for the collection basket. Girl, I would tend to agree with that. I could, yeah. Oh, Catholic Church, they won't let you do that shit. And I know, because I am one. A bad one. I'm a lapsed one, but you know. Catholic Church, don't be, listen, you can do all kinds of bad stuff, but do not put your hand in the collection basket. That is one no. You will not be forgiven for that, not from the church. However, you could write them a check that exceeded the amount you took, and then they could, well, you know, they would put you on the, you don't have to go on the do not fly list. You just go on the naughty list. You guys, I've been on here basically all morning and most of the afternoon. Boy, the gross, pimpy, nasty people have kept me busy today. So I'm gonna call it a day, and I'm gonna go watch somebody else talk about the dirt bags. And I'm still thinking about doing YouTube court in the mornings. I kind of like that idea. I think that would be so much fun. Like, I'm going to be the judge, of course, because it's my court, it's my idea. And instead of a gavel, we'll use the Tibetan song bowl. And whatever gross griminess has happened the night before, we're going to have the plaintiff, and then we're going to have somebody play the defendant. And I know nobody's going to want to play the damn defendant or the defense attorney, but we have to. And I'm going to be Judge Judy, Lisa Judy. And you're going to come and plead the case. And I'm going to go, well, you can only present evidence if you cue it up yourself and give me the timestamp. I think it would be fun. I'm going to do a little more thought on that and how we could make it work, because I think that would be so much fun, and it's something different. The last time I talked about something like this, I should have learned my lesson because somebody stole it from me. But what they did was my God. Well, if you want to talk about it in terms of shopping, they did like the Walmart version of what I envisioned as the Neiman Marcus version. So I'm sure if they steal this, well, I don't even know if they're around anymore, but you get the picture. So, all right, I'm going to go see what's going on out on these YouTube streets. I hope everybody has a good day. It's only 3:00. You still got lots of the day left to try and accomplish something. I think I don't know. I'm probably lying. I'm just gonna call it a wrap and play on YouTube the rest of the day as a watcher. I think I've talked enough. So, all right, everybody. I definitely will not be on here tomorrow. I've got I have guests coming over tomorrow. So Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll get together on Thursday at some point. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic day, and I thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.